Hello and welcome to Brian's Got Game. I'm Brian, and today I've got a game called Ninja Academy. Ninja Academy is a 3 to 5 player dexterity game by a handful of famous French designers, Antoine Bauza, Corentin Lebras, Ludovic Mablanc, and Theo Riviere, and is published by Iello Games. In this game, players will face a series of trials to find out who will be named the ninjutsu master. The game is played over a series of rounds where players will compete in duels, one-on-one challenges, and collective trials, where everyone competes in the trial at the same time. Duels will test balance, coordination, and focus, while collective trials test combat, decision-making, and dodging ability. These are all quick dexterity challenges using meeples, cards, or wooden cubes to test your skill. The winner of each trial gets victory coins, and at the end of the game, the player with the most coins is declared the winner. So let's check it out, and I'll show you how to perform in acrobatics, how to master meditation, and how to avoid detection in Ninja Academy. To set up, choose one player at random to be the class representative. Give them the summoning order card for the number of players. We're going to be playing a 3-player game. There's also there's a card for 4 and a card for 5. And this shows how all of the challenges are going to go out. So we'll put that right there. And then give each player a ninja card. So I will be ninja number 2, ninja 1, 2 will be over there, and 3 will be over here. And make sure to leave some space in the middle for all of the challenges. So shuffle all of the trial cards, the dual ones and the collective ones, and shuffle them separately and place them into different piles. Get all of the point tokens and place them to the side, and then get all of the other assorted pieces out and place them nearby. And some of the challenges require the use of the box, so keep that nearby. You are now ready to begin. The class representative begins by saying this is a collective trial, because there's the collective trial on there. And then you draw the top card of the collective trial stack, but we're going to use this one instead. I have it over here. This is observation. So they read from the back. A contestant places the 10 meeples and the 10 wooden logs into the box lid. So they take the lid, put all the pieces in, and then they shake it up. So when we're ready, they're going to shake it and place it face down really fast so it covers everything, and then when everyone's ready, you remove the box lid. The first contestant that correctly announces the number of standing elements wins the trial. Each person can only answer once. So it says in the rules that this is a standing meeple. That is not a standing meeple. That is not a standing meeple. And that is not a standing meeple. That's standing, anything else is not. It has to be on its feet or on the top end. So we begin, one person shakes it up and flips it over. And then we're gonna go 3, 2, 1, lift it up. The first person to say how many are up wins. So the first person in this case to say 0, since there's none standing, would win. So on the back it says how many points you get for winning. So the winner gets 3 points. So let's say green got that, so they get 3 points for that trial. If there's a tie, 2 people say it at the exact same time, or there's some other trials where they could get other ties, then each player would each get 1 point. Then you remove all the elements from the game area, and then you move on to the next stage. So these are the duels. So you go top to bottom in order and do all the duels. This one is you do a duel between Ninja 1 and Ninja 2. So this is just between the blue and red ninjas. So we start by taking one of these. You draw the top card the exact same way and read on the back. So this one is each player takes 5 ninjas, and 1 block and their card. And what they have to do is place that there, their card on top, and then all the ninjas on top. And the first person to do that wins. So then at the end of that, the player who wins gets 2 points. The cool thing is that while they're doing this, all the other players who are not in the duel choose a player that they think is going to win. So they say, oh, I think it's going to be Ninja 1. And if Ninja 1 wins, they get it correct, then they get 1 extra point. So you get extra points for betting on the correct person. And to show who you're betting for so nobody switches during round, you give them their card at the beginning of the duel. So the first person to put all the ninjas on top, technically they have to be standing, but you put them all on top and balance it, and then they would win. But they'd have to all be standing for that to count. So that was the first duel. Then you go to the next one. It's 2 versus 3. So now you would take the next duel card. So another one of these for a duel is detection. So you take the box lid and place it face down, and the first player takes all 10 meeples, or ninjas, and places however many they want underneath here. Then they give the box to the other player, and the other player has to shake it and guess how many are in there. Then, after they guess, they put however many they want in there, and then the other player does it. And the player who is closest wins. So they shake it and say, I think there's 2 in there. Nope, there's 3, so they were 1 off. So then the next player decides they're going to put that many in, and then the other person shakes, I think there's 7. Hey, I got it. So then the other player was closer. Since they got it exact, they win. So then the points for that is 2 points. And then you do 2 versus 3. Oh, that was 2 versus 3, sorry. And I'll just do one more example trial. And there's a lot of these, like a lot. And I have some more removed over here and a bunch of these communal ones. So this one is called Catch Up. So both contestants take 5 meeples of one color and place one of them on the back of your hand. At a bystander signal, each contestant must launch it up in the air and catch it. If only one person succeeds, they win. Otherwise, you take another meeple and put it on the back. Then you have to do it with 2, and then 3, and so on. If one person succeeds while the other one fails, then that person wins. If both of them complete the challenge with 5, it ends in a draw. If both people fail, then you move on to a new trial, because that's considered a tie. So then you do it with 3, then 4, and then 5. So if the other person also did that with me, then we'd have to move on to a new trial. So then after you did all those duels, you'd move to a collective, then another set of duels with a new trial, and then you do another collective one. Then at the end, the player with the most points wins. That's how to play Ninja Academy. Okay, I've got my dad here for a parent's opinion. So Dad, what do you think of Ninja Academy?
I thought Ninja Academy was really fun. It's a light game. You can play with a bunch of people. It's a good game that you could do like before your game night starts while people are coming in, or it's just great for good old family game night.
All of the time. You can play it all the time. This is probably one of my favorite games of all of 2019.
Really?
I had a lot of fun.
Not just the mini game series.
Not just the mini game.
All the games.
Oh, this is definitely like at the top of the mini games line. Like I really like Ninja Academy. So components. There's a bunch of little different colored ninjas, a set of white and a set of black, and then there's the wooden logs, which are just rectangles. Not rectangular.
Yeah,
rectangular
like
prisms.
Rectangular. It's a wooden log.
It's a wooden log. They're not round. And there's a bunch of these cards with art on it.
Yeah, I think the points are tokens.
Oh yeah, and then the little point tokens.
So they cram a lot in the little box.
Yeah. And then that's pretty much the artwork. There's a couple other big cards that you use to show the matchups, which is also cool.
Yeah, each person has a card, I guess. You use it in some of the challenges, but other than that, I don't really
There's
know.
one of them where you stack them. Using the
you may be a color, like it just tells you what color you are.
Yeah, it gives you a number, and it matches you up.
Okay.
1v3 or 2v4.
Yep.
Something like that. All right, and then artwork. There's art on all the cards and on the box, and on all of the challenge cards, which are also a component.
Yeah, and so the artwork. I mean, the artwork was kind of cute and fun. For some reason, the ninjas are square.
They're the meeples. They look like meeples.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Okay. What I was wondering why they had like square arms and legs.
Because they're meeples.
But meeples have round arms and legs.
Well, that's because they're standing round when they're doing ninja stuff.
They're square. All right.
They're square.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So then strategy, where this really comes in is that this is more of a skill-based game, and dexterity. One of the cooler ones is you place a log down, standing tall, and then you put a card on top, and then you have to put I think you have to put 5 guys on it, and that's one of the challenges. The first person to do that wins.
That sounds tough.
That's a cool one.
But what's your favorite challenge?
I like the stacking ones. So there's one of them where you stack. It's called meditation, I think, where you stack the wood logs end over end up as high as you can. And there's another one where you end up stacking. I think it's called acrobatics. You stack your meeples. It's kind of a race to see who can do it first.
So I couldn't decide on my favorite. There's two really cool ones. One of them is you have to hold your hand out and stack one meeple on the tip of every finger. And if you have
It's hard.
if you play guitar and you have like flatter fingers, then it's easy.
Okay.
But if
I
you
couldn't do it.
But if you don't and have little round fingers, you can't. But if you do it long enough, eventually you can. And then the other one I liked was you have to put a card down, your card down, and then you have to blow at it until it flips over. It's a little tough, but eventually you get it to flip over.
There you go.
Got it.
Yeah, so there's a lot of fun ones. There's ones where you throw the guys into the box. There's some guessing ones where you shake the box and then try to see who gets as many that are standing up. So lots of different dexterity type things. So yeah, not a whole lot of strategy in this one, but a lot of fun.
Yeah. So easy for kids. Some of the challenges can be tough, and you might have to go a little easy on them.
Or you could take them out.
Yeah, you could take out some of the harder ones.
So like in a game, you play 3 of the collective ones, and then you do duels in between there.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to say that you're going to use all of them, and you can pick, which ones you're going to use.
But since it is a skill-based game, you kind of should play with people your skill level.
True.
But weird things happen.
Well, we may have a little gamer who's much better at balancing things on their fingers.
Yeah.
Than a clumsy old adult.
Yeah, so that's pretty much Ninja Academy. Overall, I had a lot of fun with it. I want to keep playing it. It's a lot of fun.
This is a great addition to the mini games line, and yeah, it's a real fun one to play with groups. You can split up into teams. I think it plays up to 5 though. But yeah, it's a good party game.
Definitely. So Ninja Academy by Iello. Thank you for watching. Brian's Got Game. Please like us on our Facebook page. Send us a tweet at Brian's Got Game. Visit our webpage, briansgotgame.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Brian, and this is my dad, and I'll see you next time.